For most of the arts I do, especially in the beginning for yawara, I use this line as a line of attack. So the attacker is moving in towards you in a straight line. And that's a beginning point that we call kata. Once we learn how to deal with this line, we add lines and we deal with all the additional angles and strategies that we can use. But to begin with, we keep it simple. And as an example of the first start on yawara, to do basic danzanru, we'll start on the line, and I like to, instead of offering my hand to be grabbed, I would go to a defensive stance, an L-shaped stance with a hands down in a defensive position. And as soon as it's grabbed, I slide in, do my escape, and then I take a couple shuffle steps back. With that, straight on, forward and back is the beginning kata of danzanru the way we teach it. Now, all of the arts, many of the arts in yawara can be done in a straight line forward and back. But in the next application, we'll do the same art, except this time it'll be using angles to get to the outside and have more of a self-defense application. So I'll start off in the same beginning way. My outside right wrist is grabbed, and I step off the line of attack and use my hip, and I back away at an angle. When I do that, step off the line, I look over my shoulder to make sure I know where any obstacles are or any other attackers. So I could go, if I go over here and I look over here, I might want to go off at this angle because there's a wall back there. So the self-defense application of kata for danzanru in yawara for the first start would be step off the line, be aware of your surroundings, escape, and get away. In the old style, in the 1940s, they would do more of a kind of an aggressive, like that. So instead of moving forward to the outside like we would do in kata, danzanru today, they would do more of a step back and almost a strike or a pull. They could pull their hand back. So it was all about getting away back in the 40s. Now it's more about using leverage rather than pulling away. We're pushing with the elbow. So that's basic danzanru kata, regardless of the footwork. Straight back for basic, or off the line for self-defense application. Then we have zenyo, and many of the yawara arts, and especially the escapes, use what we call the wave. Now, if I'm grabbed from the outside of my left wrist, I step back and I slide back. Now, in the zenyo yawara version, the wave looks like this. Ideally, you step back, your knee and your elbow move together. So you're grabbed, knee and elbow move together. Now this is one of the movements called the wave, and it can be done from a two-hand grab or two-on-one. So that wave footwork is here, here, and here. And that's Professor Leahy's zenyo version of Danzanru yawara, kata arts. So, basic, beginning level, straight in and back. Self-defense application off the line, back at an angle, and the wave.